Hey guys, I know it's not the best lighting here, but I don't care. I'm just gonna go straight off the dome and just go on a bit of a spiel about ecom for you guys, because I've been thinking about it a lot recently, and just a lot of people have been messaging me. These days I actually get quite a few messages about ecom, you know, whether it's dropshipping, Amazon FBA, selling on eBay, whatever it may be. And it just made me think about a lot of people who steer away from it. They steer away from it because they're not sure if it's worth it. They're not sure, you know, which way to go about it. They just basically frozen, and they just don't know how to get started. And this is going to be a bit of a spiel about the whole mindset behind it and what I think about it. I think for me, it's such a huge opportunity. You guys don't realize that e-commerce now, and just the internet, just a whole, you know, I've been watching a bit of Gary Vee as well, probably inspired me to do this video, but the internet as a whole, e-commerce, just everything surrounding that. There's so much opportunity here, especially in 2020. The internet hasn't even fully matured yet. It's still slowly growing. We're still in a great era for it. And when people say, look, I don't know if it's worth it, I don't know if I should put my time into it, guys, that whole mindset in itself is just going to steer you towards just a loser's mentality. It's just going to steer you towards a place that you don't want to be. And really, you know, what I'm talking about in this situation is I've seen so many people who they were unsure on whether they should get started doing their dropshipping business. They were unsure whether they should get started creating their own brand on Amazon and, you know, starting to sell their own products. But they pushed past that fear, and then they started doing it, and then they started learning the processes, and then they actually did it themselves. And then it was like one of the best sort of turning points in their lives. I've seen people that have gone into Amazon FBA, that have gone into dropshipping, and they have just completely turned their lives around. Like, especially, you know, how easy the cost of entry is, and how simple it is compared to, you know, say if you were to start a retail shop, the overheads, the upfront cost, you know, the capital that you need to get that started. You know, back in the day before internet, it would just, it's like this. It's like the cost of entry, basically the time frame, or like the minuscule amount of opportunity you had to get into that is just outweighs. Like now, it doesn't matter. You know, you can start off with $200 on a Shopify dropshipping store. You can start off with $500 to maybe $1,000. You know, getting started with your own Amazon FBA business, and these are long-term businesses that you can get into. If you start a retail shop, okay, cool. You know, $500,000 maybe. You know, getting into, you might need to get a huge loan from the bank or something just to create the shop, just to get all the stock in, just to do all the signage, get all the contracts sorted, all the lease stuff. Like, it's just stuff that you don't think about. And cost of entry for e-commerce, back to my point, I've seen people that have started with $200, and this is multiple people. These aren't just people in America. There's people in Australia, there's people in Europe, everywhere, people in India, everywhere. People who start off, you know, with $200 on a Shopify dropshipping, they grow to like 40,000 per month. More, they grow over 40,000 per month in sales, and then they start profiting like 10, 20,000 per month. They have a legitimate business, they have their products up now, and then they have a real business. They have to hire people to get it sorted. And I'm not talking about, like, for the real brands, I'm not talking about virtual assistants. I've seen people go from, and, you know, you can see it too. They're on YouTube, they're everywhere, and these people that they build these legitimate businesses. I'll give you one for example. And I know I'm sidetracking here, but if you guys have ever seen the brand Hello Smile, you ever seen I think it's called Coco's. It's the, I can't remember what it is, but it's like the charcoal teeth cleaning. So basically with that, they started off dropshipping, and they just started off selling these products. They slowly grew their brand. Now they have a full team. Now it's a full-time income. It's a well-known business, especially here in Australia. And the Hello Smile, or the Hi Smile, whatever you want to call it, that's everywhere around the world. And that started off from e-commerce. So I know I'm going on a bit of a spiel here, but like, I can't tell you guys, just if you are thinking of starting this e-commerce stuff, if you're thinking of starting a side hustle, even if it's just selling on eBay, I have videos on selling on eBay as well, because the cost of entry to that is low as well, and there's just so much opportunity there. I'll give you one for instance. I have, if you go and check me out on Instagram, it's just Jack_Parrotta. You'll see it in my links down below. I have a little story on flipping on eBay, and I went to a thrift shop, I went to a Salvos, and I actually got a whole bunch of items that I thought might be good, I thought might sell well. I ended up spending about $30. It was like $33. Within a week, I turned that $33 that I purchased, all that stuff from. I got like a camera, I got some clothing like board shorts and whatnot. I got one or two other things. I got like 4 or 5 items. In a week, I turned that into like $250, and that was from a $30 investment. And that is like that. I'm talking about like after shipping and whatnot. Shipping wasn't that much. People always make the excuse of like, oh, I don't know what shipping's going to be, and I don't know about this and that, and they just basically make excuses for it. I just did that, and I don't do that full time. I just made that little video, made that little series there to show people that it can be done, and you can actually start that. If you don't know Shopify dropshipping, if you don't know Amazon FBA, if you have no idea, what you want to do in that sense, you can literally get started on eBay. You can go to thrift stores, see what's selling well. You can research on eBay for free. You go to the sold listings and see what they're selling for free. You see what the prices are selling for. Look at the price tag that you see in Salvos, and it's like, okay, am I going to make money off this? If not, don't buy it. If you are going to make some profit off it, and if it's good profit even, buy it and then sell it. So I'm just basically trying to make this video just to drill into your heads that especially for people who need to hear it, if they're not sure whether they should get started on this e-commerce stuff, it's so viable in 2020, and the cost of entry is so little, and I've seen it change people's lives. It's changed e-commerce has changed my life around completely. I used to work at a retail job, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't too bad, the retail job, but just what I've seen, the way I've grown mentally, and just being able to see online businesses being built, being able to see my own businesses built, my own e-commerce businesses, then my education business, all stemming from e-commerce. And it's crazy for me to see. And all these messages that I get, people are saying, due to COVID, oh, should I do this? Due to this factor, I'm not sure if I should get into Amazon. Due to the COVID restrictions, I'm not sure if I could get into dropshipping. And I just tell them, like, look, there's not only did online sales go up during COVID, but I myself launched a Shopify store during the midst of COVID. I'm talking like literally in March as lockdown was going, and I thought, I wonder if I can launch a Shopify store just to show you guys what can be done. And I didn't have any idea what was going to happen going into it. Ended up launching a product that did like 16,000 in revenue in a month, and I was getting like around 1,000 profit a week in that, and it was with one product. And it just goes to show, like, I launched the website, I did a single product page, single ad, and I just scaled Facebook ads to it, and it's amazing. I started with like $200, $300 for the Facebook ads, and I just grew from there. So it's life changing. E-commerce is life changing. The internet is life changing, and you have to, because this era isn't going to last forever. And I did a video on this, I think it was either early this year or last year. We're coming into 2020, even 2019, where we are entering this golden era, especially for e-commerce in Australia, Amazon FBA, and just the internet as a whole, especially in Australia, because Australia is always a bit late on the bandwagon. I always try and pander towards the Aussie market with this, but I made a video saying that we're coming into the golden era because a lot more Aussies are starting to shop online, and if a lot more Aussies are starting to shop online, that means the eyes of where the consumers are going are online, and you have to take control of that. If you're looking to start a business, you have to take control of it. You have to start seeing what people are buying online, what their interests are. Should you go for Shopify? Should you go for Amazon? If you're not sure, try both. That's what I did. I just tried heaps of things out. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but it didn't matter to me. I just, I just went into something and just try it. If I don't like one thing, I did that with everything. Before I did all this e-commerce stuff, I was into fitness, health and fitness. I wanted to be a personal trainer, and then I wanted to be an online PT. And when I did it, I did the study and I got qualified and whatnot. And then I figured out that's not what I wanted to do, but at least I tried it. And then that's when I started getting into more online business and stuff. And then that's when I realized, hey, I like creating my own products. Hey, I like selling online. And then it got into, hey, I actually really like teaching people. I actually really like building a community online and doing YouTube videos and doing all this kind of stuff, creating a community and doing online education where I can actually help people, and I see people grow, and I give people help, and people come up to me for help, and then it's actually creating a real impact. I actually really love that stuff. But I wouldn't have known if I if I didn't try. And I, reverse engineering this now, just retracing back the steps, I can see it really clearly. But when I first started, had no idea. I had no idea this was going to be the area that I was going into, especially after school. I finished school back in 2012, so to some of you I might be super duper young. I'm only 25, but to some of you I might be a bit older. So it just goes to show, like, all I had in my mind was, I know there's something there online. Even with my personal training stuff, I'm like, I always wanted to have something online, because that means that, okay, I don't always have to be in a single spot. I don't always have to be in an office. I can do this from a computer. I have a bit of leeway with where I can do this. I'll need a computer and an internet connection, but there's ways around that I can make this work. And I just went with my gut feeling, and then I tried. That was the main thing I tried. So I'm gonna leave it here because this has been a really big spiel. I'm not even sure how long this video's gone for, but I'll leave you with this. If you are thinking about e-commerce, you're thinking about Amazon FBA, whatever it may be, it doesn't even have to be what I've been talking about. You can literally, like what Gary Vee says, you can literally have your own online store for selling cupcakes and selling cookies, like locally, or you could do it Australia-wide, whatever you wanted to do. Turn that passion that you have, and you have, you want an online business, you want to start in e-commerce, just start it. You don't need to buy a course. You can literally just get started on YouTube. If you want to buy a course, go and buy a course. That's what I did when I learned. I knew I was better at learning through courses, so I went and did a course. I would rather have that step by step. I'd rather pay someone. I'd rather get the extra benefits that came with that course. So, whether you do a course, whether you don't do a course, whether you read articles, whether you just do it and learn along the way, it's just try it. Just try. That's the main thing that I'm trying to get through to you guys is, if you are stuck, if you're not sure what to do, if you're not even sure what direction to go to, pick something and try it. And then you will start finding out, okay, I like this, or I don't like this, I'll try something else. Have a list of things that you want to do. If you're someone like me and you want to do a whole bunch of different things, I don't stick to one thing. I like doing a whole bunch of different things. So I get a bit of a taste of everything, and then I delve into what works for me, and I stick to what I like, and I stick to what's working for me, and then I just go from there. If something's not working, I change it, and then I basically change it to something that works, or change it to something that I like, and I go from there. So main thing today, guys, go out and try it. I'm gonna leave you with that, but I hope you guys are doing well. I hope it gave you some value, and I just want to push you guys to do it, because it's so important to get out there and try it. So hope you're doing well, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.